You may not see it now, but angels are revealing that this separation is a divine shield around you. If you knew their true intentions, you would thank God for keeping you apart. Angels whisper that this distance was a necessary act of divine love. Sometimes, the hardest goodbye is a hidden blessing, protecting you from what you never saw coming. You feel abandoned, but God knows they were not meant to walk with you any further. Their thoughts today reveal truths you were never supposed to carry in your heart. Every tear you've shed in their absence is a piece of armor God is building around your spirit. They were meant to teach, not to stay. The angels reveal that their thoughts about you have become burdensome, a weight you were never meant to bear. Sometimes the most loving act is God's hand pulling you away. You may feel shattered now, but the angels see the unseen. What they think of you today is a revelation meant to heal your future, not to hurt your present. Heaven knows they were veiling thoughts from you that would have broken your spirit. The separation was crafted by God to restore your strength. Angels say that while your heart aches for their presence, their thoughts would leave scars you couldn't see. God has saved you from wounds that run too deep. You once believed you were meant to be, but God saw a destiny you could not. This separation is the universe rerouting your path to protect your purpose. Their true thoughts about you are a hidden truth only angels are meant to bear. Trust that your distance was planned by divine hands. Sometimes the most painful lessons come disguised as heartbreak. Angels want you to know that this separation will bring peace, even if you can't feel it yet. You've cried for their return, but angels see beyond the longing. Their thoughts were shadows that would dim your light. The angels say that God separated you because they harbored thoughts that could have kept you from your higher calling. Their mind harbors unspoken words that would have bruised your soul. Angels shield you because some wounds are too deep to heal easily. You may not understand it now, but this separation is God's mercy at work. They were holding thoughts that were never meant for your heart to carry. This heartbreak is God's way of saying, you deserve better. Angels reveal that their thoughts were chains. Now you are free. Angels shield you from words unspoken and intentions unseen. This separation is your saving grace, though it may not feel like it now. They were given to you as a lesson, but not as a forever. God knew their heart was a temporary dwelling for you. You wonder why they're gone, but angels reveal their thoughts would have broken you slowly. Sometimes silence is divine protection. You thought it was love, but angels say it was a lesson in disguise. God separated you because they were not meant to be your lifelong blessing. Their thoughts have veiled truths only heaven knows. Trust that this separation is God's way of sparing you from unseen pain. The angels say that your heart will heal when you realize this distance was never punishment, but protection from hidden darkness. They think of you, but not as you imagine. God saw their true intentions and intervened, sparing you from what would only weigh you down. The pain of losing them feels endless, but angels remind you it's part of a greater plan. Some separations are God's way of saying, you deserve peace. Their silent thoughts carry a burden you were never meant to bear. Angels knew this and pulled you away in an act of grace. Angels have separated you because their inner thoughts were never aligned with your divine purpose. You were meant to fly, and they were grounding you. Every moment you spend apart is God whispering that they were a part of your journey, but not the destination. Heaven knows what lies in their heart, and angels couldn't bear to watch you break. This separation is a gentle push toward your true peace. Their thoughts would only chain you to shadows you don't deserve. Angels are guiding you to a love without secrets. You may not understand, but God saw their unspoken intentions. Their thoughts were not worthy of the love you carry. Your spirit needed protection from their hidden truths. This separation is a divine act, pulling you into your light. Angels reveal that God saw the burden in their heart and knew it would weigh on yours. Separation is your soul's freedom. What they think of you today is not aligned with the love you deserve. God separated you to protect the purity of your heart. You wonder why, but angels saw beyond the surface. This distance is the first step to healing from a love that wasn't truly love. Their thoughts are not aligned with the peace God has planned for you. Trust that the pain of separation will transform into clarity. God intervened because They weren't meant to journey further with you. Their silent thoughts carried shadows too heavy for your spirit. Your angels know you're longing for them, but their thoughts are not what your soul deserves. This separation is God's loving act. Angels reveal that God saw their silent betrayal long before you could. This separation is an act of divine mercy. God saw what they would never admit. Their thoughts held truths that would only break you. Let this distance be a step toward healing. They think of you, but not with the love you imagined. Angels say that separation is your protection from wounds unseen. Their heart harbors thoughts you were never meant to hear. This separation is God's gentle way of protecting your peace. Angels say that this distance is God's way of reminding you of your worth. Their thoughts would only anchor you in pain. They think of you, but not with the intention you deserve. Trust that this separation is God's mercy manifesting in your life. Angels reveal that your separation is a gift, sparing you from thoughts that would only dim your light. God knows the truth of their heart, and angels knew your spirit deserved more. This separation is a hidden blessing. Your heart may ache, but angels remind you that this separation is a kindness. Their thoughts would only weigh you down. Angels shielded you from the burdens of their unspoken truths. This separation is divine protection, not abandonment. Their mind held thoughts that would break you if spoken. God's love separated you to protect your heart. Their intentions were a weight on your spirit, one you were never meant to carry. This separation is your liberation. Angels reveal that God separated you to keep your spirit whole. Their thoughts carried shadows you were never meant to face. You ache for them, but angels say that their thoughts would only harm your light. This separation is divine grace. God knows the truth hidden in their heart. This distance is a shield meant to protect the purity of your spirit. Their thoughts held shadows that would cast darkness on your heart. God separated you to protect your peace. Their silent thoughts would have hurt you in ways you cannot see. Angels shield you, knowing you deserve light. Angels say that God saw their hidden intentions and knew you deserved freedom. This separation is your path to true joy. God's wisdom separated you, sparing you from thoughts that would have burdened your soul. This is a mercy disguised as heartbreak. They think of you, but not as you deserve. Angels reveal that this distance is God's way of saying, you are worthy of pure love. Their heart harbors truths that would dim your spirit. Angels reveal that God separated you to protect your future. This separation is a sign of God's love. They think of you with thoughts that would cloud your light, and you were never meant to endure that. Angels reveal that God's love shielded you from their hidden intentions. This separation is a gift, leading you to a path of true peace. Angels reveal that their thoughts are not as loving as you believed. God separated you to protect your spirit from a bond that would break your heart. The pain of losing them now is a passing storm. Angels say that their thoughts would only lead to a lifetime of silent suffering. God separated you because their heart was not in harmony with yours. This distance is your soul's chance to breathe without the weight of hidden intentions. You may wonder why they're not here, but angels whisper that their thoughts would have cast shadows on your path of light. Their thoughts were not filled with the love you deserve. God's separation is a blessing in disguise, keeping you safe from unseen darkness. The love you felt was real, but angels say their intentions were not pure. This separation is God's way of saving your spirit from unseen pain. They were meant to teach you, not stay with you. Angels reveal that God separated you because their thoughts would not nurture your growth. Angels shield you from what you cannot see, whispering that this separation was a divine decision to spare your heart from their inner darkness. That ache you feel is temporary. God knew their thoughts would leave scars you could not heal alone. You believe in their love, but angels say their mind held intentions that would have broken your heart. This separation is your divine protection. Angels reveal that this distance is a shield, protecting you from the shadows hidden in their thoughts. Their thoughts were filled with intentions not meant for you. God saw this and separated you to protect your peace. The bond felt true, but angels whisper that their heart held secrets. This separation is an act of love to keep you safe.